And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Noble Chief, who asked the question, who would win a fight? And, it's irony with death battles, what we find out next time's death battle is going to be. Michael Myers versus the Predalien. Look, okay, I've done Michael Myers to death on this channel. Michael Myers, we know, he killed his sister. I think he was I can't remember if he was 10 or 12. Killed him when he was a young boy, was locked up for years. Broke out, went on a killing spree, and so forth and so on. If we amp Michael up to the highest level of strength we can, the strongest stuff Michael has actually ever done is basically lift humans up, crush their skulls in his hands, break necks, all that, and he's very powerful, very strong in that sense for a human. He is. He's very durable, can take a lot of hits, bullets, seems to be able to take the brunt of an explosion, although, not the brunt, but take an explosion to a certain level, and be able to survive it. Survive having a chainsaw hit him, though, again, by someone who's slightly inexperienced with it. He is not unintelligent, so he's just not a genius or anything like that, but he's not unintelligent. He's capable of strategy when he needs to. He's also capable of figuring things out, knows how to drive, all that. Predalien, though, is not something Michael is really tailored to go up against. It's a very different type of opponent for him. This is due to the fact that, A, this is a xenomorph that has, obviously, a facehugger that has attached itself to, and a xenomorph that has merged from a yautja, from a predator. This means that even by xenomorph standards, this thing is much stronger than your average xenomorph physically, because it's getting the genetic traits from a predator, not human. So it's already stronger than the average xenomorph, more durable. It's also said to actually inherit some of the predator's inherent love for battle and hunting. So it's already tougher in that respect, but then you go add in the actual xenomorph physiology. It's larger. It's about the same size as Michael. It's very fast. It has a bladed tail it can use as a weapon. It's obviously got in there a jaw, which you can use to blow someone's head out with. It's got durability to survive small arm fire without any difficulty. Even stabbing it is not the most clear-cut way to kill it, because you're going to have to get it basically through the head. And even then, as we saw in Alien vs. Predator Requiem, when Wolf, the predator that was tasked to clean up the mess, put his blade through the damn thing's skull, it wasn't an insta-kill. The damn thing still survived for a while. And that's not even factoring in the acid blood of the alien. Because freaking xenomorph blood is like a biomolecular acid that can eat through metal, of all things, and several ships' hulls worth of metal. So, yeah, now, that said, if somehow, let's say there's a xenomorph outbreak going on in Hattonville, and Michael Myers just happens to come across the Predalien, maybe Alien vs. Predator Requiem takes place in Hattonville. There you can do that. They somehow come across each other and they fight. Physically speaking, Michael Myers actually would be able to hold his own pretty all right against this thing. But the problem is, this thing is not average human in strength. This thing is definitely stronger than the average human. Michael is too, but they're actually probably comparable in terms of strength. The problem for Michael is it's got a fifth appendage. It doesn't just have feet and arms. It's got the damn tail, which could actually, use to stab and poke and all that, which Michael wouldn't necessarily be expecting. Maybe he dodges it at first, or maybe gets a hit at first and then dodges. Either way, he is going to get hit with the tail, and that's going to hurt. It's not like he has an immediate healing factor where he's just going to regenerate like Wolverine. No, it takes time for him to heal, even from serious stuff that he's survived. So they probably do. Michael then probably pulls out the blade. He's just waiting for the damn thing to come at him. He goes, stabs it with the knife. If he's lucky, he'll get a headshot in. And while that might be a kill blow, we know it won't be immediate. But if he's lucky, he can get a headshot in. That is a matter, though, of timing and luck. And an alien, a xenomorph, particularly a Predalien, is fast and strong, so he's probably going to more likely get it in the neck, the shoulder, or the chest. Now, I do think a knife could probably still pierce the hide, even though their hide is pretty tough, particularly the long butcher one that he often carries. The problem is that thing's not acid proof. It's going to be done after one, maybe two shots, and that's it. And at that point now, Michael's just got to figure out a way to muscle a xenomorph into the ground and break its neck. And that's not an easy feat to do, especially when the damn thing's going to be bleeding on you. Because this thing is going to be ferocious, it's going to be fierce, it's probably going to get on top of him at points. And if he stabs it and the damn thing's bleeding out and bleeding out on him, well, guess what? We've seen what xenomorph blood can do to people. Especially like an alien, again, that shot in Requiem where it just melted the guy's face down to nothing. So yeah, and enough of that blood splashed on you. Oh, he is going to disintegrate. Even if he only gets a little bit of that blood on him, Michael still feels pain. He can ignore it, but we know he still feels pain. So that's acid burns are no joke in terms of pain on the pain scale. Those things are no joke. So Michael's going to be burning, either getting a hole burned in his gut or chest, or he's just going to be on fire most of the time. Not like literally, but in pain. So that means the xenomorph is going to just keep coming at him, scratching him up, biting at him, trying to eviscerate him. Michael might ultimately be able to eke out a win by breaking its neck. But even that would take a lot of power. A lot of strength. And it's strength I think Michael does have, but he's also got to be fighting against the Predalien while he's doing it. So I will say this, all honestly, Michael, from a physicality standpoint, in theory could take on a Predalien. Maybe not win, but could take on. And there are circumstances I think Michael could get the killing blow in. Be it a neck snap, stabbing it in the right spot, and hoping the knife doesn't dissolve after the first stab. But 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, I'm going to go with the Predalien. It's just not a type of character Michael is well prepared to go up against. So, yeah, my mind would be on the Predalien. But, hey, who do you got? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks on the next one.